everyone. Am I audible and visible? The question chat section, if you could clarify. Am I audible and visible both? Okay, hi, good evening. So I can see a lot of people around. So we have, okay, Sai saying hi. Hello, Soham, Sonali, and where are the others? Can I get a hi from you? Can I get a greeting from everyone? Ma'am, your voice is too low. Here I'm trying to clear my voice. I have few issues around with this meeting room, I guess. But is it better now? Hi, good evening. No, it's perfect, right? Great. Thank you so much. So I'll try. Yes, ma'am, now it's better. But I have no clue if it's better or not. But I'll try clearing it up a bit, right? And okay, guys, so today we'll have a resume building session, right? Wherein you will get an idea about how you can start with building your resume. Okay, now since we have a lot of thoughts about building the correct resume, guys, what do you think? What all thoughts do you have while building a resume? Or any tips while building a resume? Astha ma'am is the best. So nice to see that. Okay, Astha would be taking over very soon. So she'll be the one telling us about the resume. Astha, are you around?
Yes, Shikha. I am here. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, great. So I believe Astha would be able to take over now. But yes, guys, carrying on with the discussion, do we have any tips coming from the audience about resume building as such? Or have we built a resume? Just a quick question. Have we built a resume ever? Yes or a no? Okay, Venkat says yes. What about the others? A yes or a no, guys. Have we built a resume ever? Just a quick question. Don't worry, you don't have to show your resume, but just a very quick question. Okay, yes, great. Good to see that. I mean, a lot of us have already built our resumes, and a no is also fine. I mean, you can start today itself, right? Asam को session लेने दो. यार, waiting for her. I mean, we'll start soon. Let's just have the audience responding first. Okay, so I'll wait for more yeses. Also, guys, we have APL at 9 p.m. today, so make sure you are around, right? And Astha, are you able to take over right now?
Yes, perfect.
So can you take over?
Yeah,
I believe we have people coming in for you only.
So yeah, am I audible properly?
Yes, you are. Not visible though.
Just a minute. Yes. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is, Astha.
Perfect. Just a minute. Fine. So yeah, good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the session. So firstly, I'll be telling about myself. So my name is Astha, and I'm currently working as a software developer at Barclays. Previously, I've interned at Bajaj Finserv and Barclays as a full stack developer. Apart from this, I am working with Accio from the past 1 year, and I like to review resumes of a lot of people. I take here resume building sessions, etc. So yeah, and apart from this, in my free time, I like to write poems and listen to podcasts. So that's pretty much about me. For let's say I've seen 200 to 300 resumes till now. So I'll be able to give you idea like how to make a decent resume. So yeah, we'll be going through the session now. So if you have your if you had made your resume yet, then it's fine. Otherwise, we'll be making one today. So yeah, firstly, tell me, have you applied for any job till now in the chat box? A yes or a no? Yeah, we'll be covering internship and full-time job, etc., and a lot of things. So there's a full agenda of the session. I'll be guiding you through it once. Okay, so I can see that a lot of people have applied for jobs till now. Guys, be active in chat box. If you have any doubt, you can just type in the chat box and I'll try to answer all the questions of yours. I'll try to cover each and every doubt so that you can go like fully satisfied with your doubts. So yeah. So tell me, have you made a resume yet? A quick yes or no in the chat box. Okay, so I can see that a lot of you have made your resumes yet. So yeah. Also, I'm not able to switch the camera, guys. So yeah, we'll be getting ahead with the session. So today we'll be looking at how to make a perfect resume yet. And so tell me, why do you want to apply for jobs in the chat box? Like what exactly is the purpose that you want to apply for jobs and build resumes? So you should be clear with the purpose that what exactly you want to do. Okay, so let me tell you that having a good job is having a lot of benefits coming with it. So like lots of money, working with amazing people and amazing work-life balance. Your career is very amazing and a lot of benefits. So yeah, these are the perks which you, for which you want to apply for jobs. So yeah. So let's say if you apply for any job, there are a lot of process happening behind. So the first step for applying to any job is the resume screening. So we'll try to cover the resume screening part so that at least you do not get rejected in the very first step of the job process. So today we'll be covering like how to make a resume, how to get an internship, firstly, where all you can apply, how you can give mock interviews, and yeah, a lot of things. So firstly, let's look at the people who want to apply for jobs. There are sections of people. Firstly, some of you are freshers and some of you are experienced. So we'll be looking at this also, that how a fresher can make a resume, how an experienced person can make. So there are a lot of subsections and sections in a resume. So we'll be looking at each and every subsection and section. So yeah, and how to make one perfect resume for you. So yeah, as you can see on my screen, this is my resume. So as we are from technical field, be it any field, for example, fashion industry, technical industry, sales or marketing, any industry requires the resume firstly. For technical industry, it's a little bit a simple and plain resume. But for example, fashion industry, you need to be a little bit more creative and fancy resumes. But as we are in the technical industry, your resume should be a blend of technical and soft skills. So we'll be looking at the sections and the subsections one by one. And then I'll try to make a resume in front of you so that you can also make for yourself. And a lot of you can make resumes along with me while listening to all the things, because in my previous sessions, I've seen that while the session was going on, a lot of people were making it on the go and they were able to make it a good resume by the end of the session. So yeah. Yeah, I'll zoom it and yeah, we'll be go through the sections one by one. So the very first doubt of which occurs mostly with every one of you is how a resume should be. So it should be having a lot of things which are related to the education which you have done, your personal information, and the things which we'll talk about. So it should be a blend of technical and soft skills, which we'll discuss one by one. So let's start with the very first section of the resume. That is the intro section. So your intro section consists basically of your name, your LinkedIn ID, your GitHub ID, your email, and your contact number. So how many are aware? How many of you are aware with what LinkedIn and GitHub is? Are you all having a LinkedIn ID? Just type a yes or no in the chat box. I'll show how a LinkedIn ID looks for anyone. So I'll just open mine, and that's a very compulsion thing which you should be having in your resume. So that basically defines that you are actively looking for jobs, and here you can connect with a lot of people. And yeah, so that's how a LinkedIn ID should be. Basically, it's a basic profile where recruiters do reach out to us for jobs, and it consists of our professional information and what we are currently doing. So yeah, a lot of you are having LinkedIn profile. If not, then you can definitely make one from today itself, because this is a very essential thing that should be there on your resume. So yeah, that was the first thing. Other thing is GitHub. So why I'm telling you about these things? Because these things are must in your resume. If not, then it is a little bit difficult for the recruiter to identify the work which you have done exactly. So yeah, other thing is the GitHub. If you do not know about GitHub, then it's totally fine. And if you know about it, then it's great. But there's one thing which is GitHub, where you can upload your project, you can contribute to open source and a lot of things. I'll show you what exactly is the purpose of GitHub while we'll be going through the resumes. But these two things are very first point which you should be having before making a resume, because this should be there in the top section. Many of you do not have it till now, so make it today, right? So yeah, moving on to the first section which we talked about is the intro section. So the intro section should be having your LinkedIn ID, your GitHub ID, your email, and your contact number. Is anyone having any doubt in this top section? You can mention in the chat box. Okay, good. So yeah. So as we talked that first, it should be having your name, contact number, email ID, LinkedIn address. And as you are a fresher, you should be having a professional summary about yourself. Now, what professional summary is, that what exactly you are doing and you look forward to in the job. So that is not there in my resume, because I was having enough space for other things which I have done. So that's why I have not kept it. If you have enough space in your resume, then you should keep about section. So I'll show you how an about section looks. Firstly, about section is basically a description, a short summary about yourself. So examples of the about sections. So you can look at it. So that the first about section is basically for a Java developer. And similarly, you can write for any of the jobs that you want to apply for. So it should be there on the top section of the resume after the introduction. So is anyone having any doubt in the top section? So few of you are asking like how to create a profile on GitHub. So after this professional summary part, I'll just show you, because these are very important things which are a must on your resume nowadays. So that's why I'm focusing a lot on this. So is anyone having any doubt in this? Okay. So let me show you how to create a GitHub profile once. So just go on the Chrome and type GitHub. That's it. Here, click on join GitHub. It'll show you like how to create one. I am already having an ID, so I'll just sign out from here. Just go to here and click on sign up for GitHub. Like here, just type your username like a for suppose XYZ, and then just like that. Or you can just type an email address here, for example, this way. So this is what all you need to do for signing up on GitHub. So is everyone clear with it, like how to sign up on GitHub? And this way you can just create a profile here. Sure, I'm sharing my LinkedIn ID as well here. Okay, so we need GitHub because we need to upload our projects somewhere, because the recruiter wants to know that what exactly you have done. So that is why we need a LinkedIn and a GitHub ID. So GitHub basically fulfills the purpose of us having uploading the project somewhere so that other person can also look into it. It is a version control system. You can learn about it later on. That's totally fine. I just wanted to have all of you having a GitHub and a link. That's it. Moving on to the next section of the resume, that is the education section. Now, the education section formally consists of the education which you have done, for example, 10th, 12th, any degree which you have done, for example, BSc, BCA, BTech, or any degree. So yeah, education section should be having the name of the college, the name of the degree which you have done, your passing out year, and your CGPA. Now, few of you must be having a doubt like how much CGPA should be there. Like if your CGPA is below 7, then you should not put in the resume. If it is above 7, then you should definitely put it because you want it to give the recruiter the best impression of yourself. So that is why we always put things which are a good impression of ours. So is everyone clear with the top two sections, the introduction and the education? If yes, then just write a yes or no in the chat box. And if you have any doubt, then you can mention it definitely. Cool. So everyone is clear with these sections. So we'll be moving on to the next section. So that is the experience section. Now, experience section is there for the person who is working in some company or who has already done some internship or stuff like that. So education and experience section are interchangeable. If you are experienced, then you can firstly put experience and then education, or firstly education and then experience. Now you must be having a doubt that what if we are a fresher, right? So if you are a fresher, then you can have a section called position of responsibilities in place of experience, which will be having at last. So no worries if you don't have any experience. This is something I'm telling that if you are experienced already and if you'll be making your resume like later on. So yeah, like what an experience section should be having. So experience section should be having the name of the company in which you are working in, your designation, and what exactly the work which you are doing. So for example, I was working as an intern at two of the companies. So I've mentioned the name of the companies here, what I was exactly my position there, and the work which I have done. So yeah, these are the things which should be there in the experience section. If you are not experienced, then it's fine. You can have it when you'll be doing the job. Voice is not clear. Give me a second. Is it clear now? Clear. Okay, cool. So these things should be there on your resume, right? So is anyone having any doubt in the experience section till now? So what happens that in experience section, you should be putting your experience in numbers, because what happens is that if you show that you have done certain cost reduction or time, basically the time of certain thing is reduced because of your development and the cost is reduced, then it gives a very good impact. So for example, I've mentioned that it increased the efficiency and reduced the runtime. So this is how you should be putting the achievements in numbers. So I'll give you some examples as well, but this is how experience should be there in a resume. Yeah, you should be mentioning the date of joining, where you are currently working, all the things. So let me show you an example. So work experience should be like this: your profile, company name, location, duration of work, key responsibilities, and your achievements. So as I already show you that it should be there in numbers. So for example, if you have done something that reduced the time up to 50%, so you should be mentioning it, right? And if you have resolved any bug due to your development, then you should be mentioning it as well. Like it should be there in numbers, because numbers gives a lot of impact, right? So is everyone clear with it? Yeah, this format is eligible for all the companies which will be applying. The format is same. Like these are the must section which should be there in a resume. If you are a fresher, then no need to put the experience section. But if you are not a fresher, if you are experienced, then you should be putting the experience section. So guys, be a little bit active in the chat box. Try to ask all the doubts which you are having. Yeah, I'll send the examples of how a resume for a fresher should be. So yeah, let's get ahead with the next section of the resume, which is project section. So this is very important section for you guys because you are freshers and you should be having good projects in your resume. If you don't have it already, then in Accio, you will be making very, very good projects. So yeah, how project should be there in a resume? Tell me in the chat box. So Akash, internship experience should be the same as the, like, it should be put same as the full-time experience. So yeah, no, resume must be of a single page. it should not extend to 2 pages for a fresher. It should be of a single page. Guys, put in the chat box how you should put projects in the resume. As you can see that you should be having the project name, the tech stack which you have worked on, and some lines about your project and the project link. So I'll show you here the importance of GitHub. So here, if I'm opening this link, I've clicked on the name and I'm redirected to this link. So this is the project which I've uploaded on GitHub. So this is the code of the project of mine. And here I've mentioned everything. See, it looks very good by keeping all the information, the technologies used, where I have deployed the same, and the screenshots of the website which I have built. So there, so that is the place where GitHub is used. Yeah, resume should be short and crisp information about yourself. It should not be very long. So is anyone having any doubt till now? If you are from non-IT background, then you should also be putting your experience, because if you are from sales or marketing, then it defines that you have worked in communication, and it defines your management skills and communication skills and leadership skills, etc. So in the project section, you should be putting 3 to 4 lines about the project. So what these lines are? Basically, these lines, first line is like what exactly you have done in that project. Second line is the feature of the project. And third line can also be another feature of the project. So is everyone clear with the project section? No, I'll show you how to make a resume once. Just I'm guiding you through all the sections. Yeah, you can put your experience in sales as well. Totally fine. What should I repeat? Soham, can you write in the chat box? No. So few of you are having a doubt that which, like, the profile picture should be then in your resume or not. So you should not be having a profile picture. If the company is asking specifically for a picture, then you should be putting, otherwise not. Okay, so Soham is asking, should the project be live? So let me show you an example that this project of mine is a website which is deployed here. So see, you can put either the GitHub link or the website link. So this is the project which I have made, and I have provided the link in the hyperlink section of the project. So that can also be done. Yeah, contact information should be there on the top, as we discussed. It should be there on the very top. Right? So project section is very important section on your resume, because recruiters basically judge you by your project, that what exactly you have done, and that's how you get ahead in an interview. So is everyone clear with the project section or any of the section which I've told yet? So if you have project in electrical background, then you can put it, because if you don't have anything to put now, so you can, instead of keeping it blank, you should be putting the project related to the electrical department as well. So Sahil, if you don't have a skill, we'll talk about the skill section now. So is everyone clear with the sections till now? Okay, cool. So we'll be making a resume now. So don't worry about that part. Firstly, we are just going through the sections, right? So next section should be the skill section in your resume. It should be like an idea of how, like, what all things you know, like what all programming languages, database, tools and technologies, and the coursework. So for example, if you know C++, Java, SQL, HTML, CSS, etc., then you should be putting all the skills in your resume. Because what happens is that skills caters to the job description. For example, let me show you a job description. So for example, let's go to the job section of And here let's search for a Java developer. So this is how you apply for jobs. So let's say this is the very first job, right? So in this, there's a section which is the qualifications which you should be having. So you should be having HTML, CSS, and Node.js, CSS, etc., APIs, and Git, and all. So that is why a skill section is very important, because if you are having skills in your resume and if you are having the same in the qualifications, then there is a lot of chances that your resume gets shortlisted. So for example, I'm also having CSS, HTML, and GitHub. So that's why there are a lot of chances that my resume will be shortlisted for the job. So is everyone clear with it till now? So if you're from teaching background, then you should be learning data structure algorithms, making good projects. So yeah. If you want to apply for jobs, then I'll tell you like which all websites you can use to apply for jobs. Let's first concentrate on the resume part, because then and only you'll be able to apply for jobs, right? So is anyone having any doubt till now? You can mention in the chat box, because after that we'll be making a resume. So yeah, you can also make for yourself. So after skill, the next section should be achievement, or it can be certifications or hackathons, etc. I used to participate in a lot in hackathons and open source and all. So this thing can be there. Suppose if you were a head boy or head girl of your school, then you can be having that in the achievement section. So if you do not have anything to put in the resume, then you can also put either the certifications or maybe the hobbies which you are having. So you should not keep your resume blank. You should be having something in your resume, and it should not be a white plain page. It should at least be of a single page. So yeah, these all are the things which should be there in a resume. So now moving on to the Q&A. So yeah, there'll be recording of this session. So yes, you'll be having the recording. So now I'm answering the questions in the chat box. So yeah, can you please put your doubts in the chat box? So yeah, Postman is a tool which we use for checking our APIs, because like they're properly hitting or not. So Postman is that. Yes, you should be having soft skills in your resume as well. If you are having format in this resume, this format, then it's very, very good. If you do not have achievements on certifications, that is fine. You can do it now. So yeah. Yeah, if you have a participation certificate, you can also put it, because if you don't have anything to put, then you should be adding these things. Yeah, if you do not have a certification, see, certification doesn't matter, your knowledge matters. So first thing which you should be focusing on is your skills, right? Yeah, you can add freelancing jobs as well. Okay, so sales experience usually defines like what exactly your management experience is, your leadership experience, and your communication. So that is why you can add sales experience as well, because you were not idle at that point, right? So yes. No. Extracurricular activities can also be done in a resume. If you don't have anything to put, then these things are good to have in a resume. Yeah, if you are having 6 months job, then you should be adding that in the resume. Yes, you can add hobbies as well. Okay, so now let's focus on, yeah, let me, so now whatever you have learned till now, tell me what all things should be there in a resume. Please write in the chat box that stuff which is very, very important and should be there in a resume. Yeah, you should be having a whichever 8 month of experience in your resume. So yes. Okay, Ashraf, summary should be in a resume. And experience, project skills, very good. What other thing should be there? Good education experience, good Sindhu, good Gajendra, right? Right, Vamsi. Nancy, I'm working at Barclays. So it's a company of UK. Yes, you can add Sonali. Project experience. So yeah, good Adesh. So now we'll be preparing a resume. So for that, let me share the links in the chat box. So the resume format which I've shown you is takes resume format. I'll be putting the link in the chat box. Yeah, you can add hobbies as well. The another template which is there is the Abbey resume template. If you are from logistics, then you can add that experience also. The other good website is novoresume.com. So there are 3 websites. I'll be showing you a sample resume now, like how to make one. So guys, should we start with making a resume? Yeah, it is very important to have a ATS friendly resume. Let me show you the score of my resume firstly, and then we'll start making it. So this is the resume checker. Here I'll be uploading my resume and let's see like how much score my resume is getting. So that you should be having credibility, right? That let's see the score and then we'll be moving ahead with making a resume. So see, the score of my resume is 93. So let's see like what good things I have done and what I shouldn't have done, right? So see, it is ATS compliant. We'll be talking about ATS compliant later on. The file type should be PDF. The page count should be a single page. The phone number should be there, the email address, the LinkedIn URL, education, work history, achievements, date formatting, and you should be adding what exactly the things which you have done, the measurable achievement which we talked about, like you should be mentioning the time which you have saved by coding and all, right? The soft, so see, I haven't like kept soft skill, that why it is giving low score to my resume. If I add soft skills, then my score will be improved. Hard skills should be there, and yeah, these are the things which should be there in a resume. Yeah, we'll be making the latex resume. So I'm firstly sharing the link of this. So you all can also check the score of your resume, which is there now, and tell me in the chat box, like what score your resume is getting. Go ahead, guys, and check the score of your resume, and then we'll be making a resume. Till then, I'll be focusing on some questions. So the resume of Prashant is getting 63 score. So Prashant will be trying to improve like what all things which you can do. So Swati, if you have 7 to 8 course and 3 to 4 internship, then don't add the course in your resume. Try to add internships because that is actually the thing which matters. So someone's resume is getting 25%. So we'll be try to improve that today. 65, 90, wow, 90, good. 59, 78, 59. So yeah, let's move ahead with making a resume, right? So this first website, which is Novo Resume. So it is very easy to use website, but I like personally overly more, but this is easy to use. That's why I'm telling you. So let's go ahead. In this website, you don't need to do anything much. You just need to go there and fill all your information and just download it. I'm sharing the link of this website in the chat box. By then, you can mention how much score your resume is getting. All of you, please, in the chat box. Let's see what you have done nice till now and what exactly we need to improve. Okay, so let's start with the very worst website for the resume. So this is novoresume.com. Here you can just sign up and go on the CV templates and choose any of the template for yourself. And you need to just fill the information about yourself. For example, just like this way, write the name of the college. And if you don't have experience, then it's fine. If you have experience, then you can add this section here. You can add personal projects here. And for example, languages, for example, if I know English this way and then Hindi, this is just a very easy to use ready-made template. You don't need to do anything is in this. You just can add all the things which you know. That's it. For example, CSS. So this is very easy to use one. So I'm not very much focusing on this. Let's move on to the template, which is a little bit hassle. Okay. Yeah, let's move on to the template which I have used personally and which I like the most. So let's move on to the template which is Jake's resume. So if you're having a gap, then you don't need to mention in the resume, to be honest. It's totally fine. Don't mention any gap in the resume. Yeah. So are you able to see the latex code on the left and the compiled code on the right? So on the left, as you can see that there's some code written and on the right, there is a PDF. So what this is that in this exactly, you need to fill up your information. And if you will just recompile from here, then all the information will be there on right as well. So let's see like how to edit latex. So this is latex. Latex is used to make PDFs. It is very easy to use language. You initially have to struggle a little bit with all the things and then you'll be good to go. This is the best format of the resume which you can have because this is ATS compliant, as I've showed you that it gives a very good score. So let's try making one. So just click on the right hand side and go ahead with here. Just change all the details. Let me show you the, like I'm writing my name in front of this. I'll just give my email address here. And I'll just paste my LinkedIn ID here. Also, guys, if you have any doubts, then you can send me your doubts on LinkedIn as well. I'll be just mentioning my ID. So yeah, let me share you the link of Jake's resume again so that you can also edit with me. Yeah, I'm sharing the link. Yeah. So let's start editing the same. I am firstly mentioning all the information on the left hand side, and then we'll be able to see like what all is there in the right hand side, right? Just mention it like this. HREF is, so as here you can see, HREF is something that if you will click on this part, then you will be redirected to my LinkedIn ID. We'll see how. This bold part you can mention like just this part this way. And the HREF part, you should be mentioning the whole link, this complete link, right? So if I'll recompile this, let's mention my GitHub ID as well. So it must be looking a little bit tough to you, but be here, stay here, guys. You'll be able to edit your resumes in this format very easily. So just be with me for like some more time, and then we'll be seeing, able to see like how exactly we can edit the resumes in latex. And here you can just mention your ID name. So if I'll recompile this, I'll be able to see all the information which I have edited on the left hand side here on the right hand side. So are you able to see my information on the right hand side? This way we can edit the information in latex. So if I'll click on this, I'll be redirected to my LinkedIn ID this way. See, my LinkedIn ID is open now. So that's how you can just mention the links in the resume, right? This is how you can edit the latex. So some of you are not having any experience, right? So let's remove this experience section. Just click on this experience on the right hand side. You'll be redirected here and just cut the experience section this way. And if you will recompile this, then see, the experience section is gone from here. Basically, some more we can remove. This as well. Now if we'll be recompiling, then we'll be able to see that experience section is not there, right? So now you must be having a doubt that what other things we can add so that we can cover up the gap in the resume, right? So let's add some sections which are certifications, achievements, and hobbies, right? So just copy one section, like any section from here. Let's copy the technical skill section. Just paste it here, rename it as certifications. This is how you edit in a latex, right? So instead of this, just write a certification in Java here. And remove all these things. You can add and remove the stuff on the go. So if I'll recompile this, I'll be having a section which is certifications. See, this is how you can add a section in the resume, right? Let's add one more section, which is hobbies, okay? Hobbies and achievements. Let's add two more. You can just copy and paste and just change the information which is there. Suppose let's add achievements. In the achievements, let's write head girl of XYZ school and club member of coding club of my college, right? This way. And certifications we have done. So let's write hobbies. So you just need to copy and paste. That's it. It must be looking a little bit daunting to you, but don't worry. It is a very good format and you can just copy and paste things here and there and you'll be good to go. So let's write my hobby is cycling. And if you will recompile this, you'll be able to see three sections on the right hand side. See, certifications, achievements, and hobbies. So is everyone clear with this part? It is easy, right? How many of you will be able to do it now? Just write a yes or no. And those who have already tried it once, it's very, very, like good to use and easy to use and ATS compliant and all. Very good, guys. That's amazing. Yeah, Ashraf, it's very easy. So yeah, just give it a try and then let me know afterwards, after you make the resume in this format, that how much score has improved from the previous score, right? So let me tell you something more about the resumes now. You already are well versed with how to edit resumes. So yeah. Suppose you are having a doubt like what skills you can add, right? So I'll be showing you the skills which you can add in your resume, whatever you know from these ones, right? So SQL, OOPS, DBMS, problem solving, etc. And in the soft skills, it can be critical thinking, communication, collaboration, etc. So just see from here what exactly are the things which you can add in a resume. right? So as I've already told you, this is how you mention project in the resume, right? So yeah, let's see one more section which can be there at the last, that is position of responsibility, which we talked about. So this is how you can mention it. I've already shown you once, you can just have a look at it again. Exactly, Adesh. If you will try two times, then it will be very easy to use. So yeah, these are the do's of a resume, like what things you should do in your resume, right? Like it should be only of a single page. It should be having relevant industry experience. You should be hiding buzzwords like scalable, innovative, etc. Your resume should be very readable. It should not having multiple buzzwords, right? It should be having email ID and contact details. Your resume should be of PDF and it should be saved with a good name, like so that the recruiter can identify you, right? It should be a good mix of projects, research, and work experience. If you don't have any research experience, then it's fine. Add your LinkedIn, GitHub, as you already discussed, and try to uh, send your resume to 3 to 4 people so that they can judge it and just let you know that if it is good or not. If you'll be joining Accio, then me and many mentors will be looking at your resume, and if it is not good, then we'll personally give you guidance like how to make one. So yeah. Now I'll show you the examples of bad resume. Guys, tell me in the chat box, like what are the examples of bad resume? Like what should not be there in a resume? Whatever you have learned from today's session or with your prior knowledge, tell me in the chat box. Like what is the example of bad resume? What should not be there in the resume? Repeated data, right? It should family background exactly. Images, right? Guys, you have already become expert, right? Yeah, right. Gapping studies, exactly. No, personal information should be there in the resume. It is a must actually. Personal information like your LinkedIn ID, GitHub ID, and contact number, and about yourself. Your family background should not be there. Very right. Repeated information should not be there. Spelling mistake should not be there. Unwanted sentences, no. Right, exactly. It should not be of more than 2 pages. Yeah, very good, guys. This is what I expected. So yes, amazing. So you should be customizing your resume according to different job descriptions. For example, if one job is for front-end developer, then your resume should be focused on front-end skills. If the job is of back-end developer, then your resume should be focused on back-end skills, right? Let's see the example of bad resumes first, and then we'll discuss like where you can apply for jobs and all. You should not be having the spelling mistakes. You should not be a bad speller at all. You should not be adding graphics in your resume. These are the things which you have already told. You are already pro, guys, but let's just have a look at it once again. Non-achiever, like unwanted achievements should not be there. You should not be abusing the font. It should be a good font, like good as in the fonts which are good to put in a resume, right? You should not be a gamer, for example. You should not be putting the things which do not really matter. As you guys already told that you should not be telling a lot of information about yourself. It should be concise and crisp, very crisp. The buzzwords, for example, cryptocurrency and all should not be there because you are applying for, technical jobs. The formatting should not be very bad. It should be, in a straight line, and all the things should be, in font. So yeah, that is something which can be done. You should not exaggerate in your resume. Mention only the things which you know. That's it. So yeah, these are the things which you have already told. I've just, told it once again. Exactly, guys. Right. So yeah, ATS. So few of you were asking like, what is ATS? So ATS is ATS compliant like system, applicant tracking system, basically, which because for each and every job, like 1,000 to 20,000 people apply actually nowadays. So recruiter cannot look at your resume individually, right? So that is why applicant tracking system is there. It takes your resume, it filters out, and then only few people are selected. For example, here, see, a lot of people are there. Their resume is gone into the ATS compliance system. Only few resume are selected, and these are the people. Out of these many, only these are the ones which are going for interview. So that's what I showed you, that your resume should be ATS compliant, because if it is not, then it will be difficult actually. So like, as I've already shown you, let's show you once again that by uploading my resume, let's see one more what ATS compliant resume should contain. See, this is a ATS compliant checker that your resume is good for a company or not. It basically gives you a good score of what things should be there and what not. It gives you a good idea about all the things which you should be putting and what not. So see, as we have already seen, that you should be, the file type should be PDF, file page count should be a single page, right? Phone number, email address, LinkedIn, education, work history, skills, dates, and numerical data, and team words like among team. These identifies that you are good with team actually, because that is why you are mentioning that you were collaborative and all, right? Your achievement should be measurable, that you have done something. Your resume should not be having blank achievements, for example, which is just in a single line. Try to mention it in numbers, right? Mention soft skills and hard skills both. So yeah, these are the important things which should be there in a resume. So I've already told a lot of things. No, do not add education gap details, because that is not required. So yeah, guys, now I'm open to questions. Also, yeah, two more things. There are two websites where you can apply for jobs, are Naukri.com and instahire.com, along with the course which you will be studying in Accio. I'll be putting the links in the chat box. This is the link for Naukri, and this is the link for InstaHire. Font size is fixed for latex actually, so you don't need to worry about it. So that's how you can, also you can directly go on LinkedIn. No, career gaps should not be mentioned in a resume. It's not required. So just go on LinkedIn, click on LinkedIn jobs, and then you'll be able to see a lot of jobs here, and you can directly apply on the same. Yeah, so this is how you can, just for example, if you are a fresher, just for search for fresher. Yeah, and you'll be able to see a lot of jobs here. So yeah, this was mostly about how you can apply and all. So now you can ask question to me in the chat box. So if Abhay, if you're a 2024 pass out and your placement season is coming, so you should be doing DSA and good projects and core subject, so that you'll be able to go through the interviews easily. You don't need to be afraid for the same. Yeah, same for the anonymous. You should be focusing on DSA projects and little bit aptitude and core subject. That's it. Yeah, if you're having 7 CGPA, then you can add. If it is less than that, then don't add it. Yeah, guys, is anyone having any doubt? If CGPA is around 6, then don't mention it. Actually, it's not very lucrative to put. If 12th marks is 52, then don't put it actually. Sure, I can just give a recap of the same. Definitely. Okay, guys, do you want some sample resumes? I can provide you the same. So if still anyone is having any doubt in the latex editing, then what I can do is I have taken a session on YouTube as well. So I'll just share the link of the YouTube session, and that I have shown latex editing very, very clearly. So you can refer this. Because we are short of time, otherwise I would have shown right now as well. Let me share some sample resumes as well. Just give me 2 minutes. Till then, you can write the doubts in the chat box. If your percentage is 52, then don't mention it actually. Let me share the sample resumes with you. Just a minute. I'm pasting the links in the chat box, guys. Thank you so much, Adesh. I'll give you a quick run through the whole session in a while. Just let me paste the sample resume in chat. You can refer these resumes as the sample resumes. I'm mentioning them in the chat box. Yeah, I've mentioned the sample resumes as well. So let me give you a quick run through all the sections, because that will be very beneficial while you'll be making the resume. So yeah, the top section is the introduction section, right? LinkedIn, GitHub, email, and contact number, right? The second section is the education section, your basic education, college name, degree, and CGPA, and the year of passing out. The third section is the experience section. It consists of the experience of the internships and full time. It is only applicable for people who are doing job, and whenever you will be doing job, you can add the same. The fourth section is the project section. Project section, in the project name should be a hyperlink that if you'll click on this, you should be redirected to the code or the website. You should be mentioning the tech stack and 3 to 4 lines about the project. The next section is the skill section, where you can mention whatever skills you know. The fifth section can be achievements and hobbies and certifications and positional responsibilities. Is anyone having any doubt now? Thank you, Sonali. Thank you, Adesh. Date of birth is not required. Yeah, you can explore part-time internship opportunities. Try to keep it to technical field. So yeah, if you are doing internships in technical field, then it's good. Otherwise, try to focus more on studies. That's what I'll suggest. Thanks, Ravi. Thanks, Shaleen. If you have 58.8%, don't try to mention it. Like if it is above 70, then you should, because it doesn't give a very good impression actually. Thank you, Avni. Guys, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'll just provide my LinkedIn handle once more. And yeah. Thanks, Najreen. Thank you so much, guys. It was great interacting with you all. And yeah, wishing you all the best for your future. And yeah, thanks a lot. Shikha, you can take over. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. I hope I was able to clear your doubts. Thank you, Ashraf. Thanks, Abhay. Thanks, Ganesh. Thanks, Akanshu. Yeah, Shikha will be joining in a while. Just a minute. Thanks, Avinash. Yeah. Without 61% also you can get placement, so don't worry about it. Like percentage doesn't matter actually. Your whatever skills you possess and whatever knowledge you have, so that matters, right? So just be confident about the skills which you are having and take the right guidance and you'll be good to go. You guys can contact me through LinkedIn. Yeah. Yeah, now Shikha is here. So yeah, Shikha, I'm done. Thank you so much, everyone, once again.
Thank
And
you so much, Astha. I believe, guys, this was a really lovely session. So can we actually get to know how was the session, guys? Was it nice? Was it not? And can we have a thank you in the chat section? Thank you, Neha. So Neha is the first one to review the session, and she says it was very good, interesting, nice. Oh, that's so nice to hear. I always find this session very helpful. I believe the resume building session is the most helpful session of all. Okay, great. So thank you so much, Asta. I'll take over now, guys. And also, since I'm taking over right now, we'll have the quiz segment and the class would end there itself. We won't have any lecture today. The lecture would be from tomorrow onwards, right? This is something that happens today. Okay, ma'am, how to do the openings for freshers in 2023? Any mostly used website or app? Is Astha around? Astha, could you take up this question?
yes, definitely. So
Yeah.
as we discussed that LinkedIn jobs are very helpful and Insta Hire and Naukri as well. So what I'll do is I'll just paste the links in the chat box and it'll be helpful, I guess.
Great. Thank you so much, Astha.
Yeah.
So she'll just paste the links, guys, in the chat section itself. And meanwhile, I'll carry on with the quiz segment. So everybody who is a new joinee today, who is joining the class for the first time today? Any internship website? Guys, you might have to ask all of these questions on Discord now, since she won't be able to take it up now. Okay, where are the new joinees? So I get to see Piyush, Rohan. Did we have a class yesterday? Yes, we had a class yesterday. Yesterday was the first class. Why don't you check Discord? You'll find all the recordings there itself. In fact, the first class recording would be there itself. And I believe, guys, the last class winners, yesterday's winners, I hope you received the mail from our end itself. And also, guys, since we are beginning with the quiz segment, and since we have few new joinees today, so hi everyone, hi new joinees, and hi to the old time joinees as well. So, guys, this segment that we have now would be a very fun quiz segment which would just test your tech awareness, right? Nothing else. And how to access the class recordings on Discord. Okay, you will find the class recordings in the recordings channel on Discord. And since you have this, guys, as your first class, so you already have had a resume building session. Now we have a quiz segment, and the class would end there itself. The normal class would continue from tomorrow since we wanted to give you guys a break today. So you have a quick break today, and I just rename myself. So this is something that I haven't done. I'm really sorry for not renaming myself. And okay, so we're carrying on with this segment, and I'll very quickly introduce this segment to you. So here I am sharing my screen. Is the screen visible to everyone? Participants, where are you? Is the screen visible to you? Transaction, yes or no? Great, thank you so much. So guys, let's just stay attentive. 15-20 minutes की बात है, right? Let's just stay attentive. Let's just focus on winning rewards, and that would be it for now. Okay. Now, welcome to Accio Premier League, everybody. This is your taste to learn and win. Why do I say it is your taste to learn and win? So, as soon as you join your free live class, you get a chance to win rewards up to rupees 20,000, right? And how does this happen? So, at step one, you join your free live class, which all of you have already completed, right? And at step two, you learn coding from world-class instructors, one of whom was here itself. Asta was here. She's a very, very lovely instructor when it comes to resume building. And she's guided a lot of our students. So you should really take her help. Be it LinkedIn or be it these classes, it is really helpful. And then at step three, you play in this live quiz. That will happen now. I'll ask you 4 questions and you get 50 seconds to answer every question, right? So as soon as you play in this live quiz, you get a chance to win rewards up to rupees 20,000. And also, guys, if you are participating, just participating in the live quiz for 3 days or more, you get a scholarship of 20,000 rupees from our end. That's all, right? Matlab, there is no terms and conditions applied. You get a flat 20,000 rupees scholarship from our end. And also, if you are in the first 3 winners today, you will be getting an Amazon voucher from our end today itself. And also at step 4, you enroll in AccioJob with a 100% job guarantee. So this is how this happens. These are the steps to join AccioJob. Okay, and what can you win? You can win Swiggy coupons, Amazon vouchers, AccioJob's merchandise, scholarships, etc., etc. So these are few of our placement partners, and they'll be the ones providing the rewards. Now, going ahead, here is what your reward might look like. So ऐसा कुछ दिखेगा आपका reward. This is what you might receive once you go ahead and win in this quiz. So are we ready to play? Quick question chat section. Are we ready to play? Ma'am, shall we start the league? Yes, let's just start the league. It's so good to see people are excited. Great. Can we have more yeses? 5 more yeses to go. Which starts from Rohan. Okay, Akul. Manjusha, I'm sorry. Accio student, yes, ma'am. Great. SK, Sushma, Pavan, and I believe a lot many others, but 5 to ho gaye. Chalo. Let's just begin with the quiz segment right now. Here I am sharing the link in the chat section. Make sure you access the link and type in your correct email IDs. Okay, everybody. So here is the link for you. Please do not spam the chat section now. Here is the link to join the quiz. Okay, so here we go. Everybody, please join in this link. Please type in your correct email IDs. Only then we'll be able to send you the report. Okay, so let's just see how many people have already joined in, and I get to see that there are just 18-20 people. Guys, where are we? We are a lot many numbers. Let's just join very quickly. Here is the link for you again. Please do not spam the chat section right now. And I can see, chalo, badi jaldi jaldi, it is 41, 43 respondents, 45 respondents. Where are the rest of the people? Guys, let's join very quickly. We have a lot of people waiting to start the quiz. So let's join in very quickly. Let's not get a lot of people to wait for us, right? And also, I hope we've read the tech news today. Any updates, any tech news you would like to provide in the chat section? Anything you, discovered today as the tech news? Maybe we could use it in the remaining quizzes. Okay, so we have 59 people already, 60 people. Where are the others? There are still a lot many people to go. Okay, so I believe I can expect more people since there are a lot many people here in the class. So, but it has come to a quick, stable number, which is 65. Okay, since there are no more people joining in, can we have a quick countdown starting from 10? Tab section, let's start with a quick countdown starting from 10. It is not changing. Sindhu, you would have to wait. I'll be the one changing it. Okay, Balasubramanian starts at 10. There is a 9. Saurabh says 9. There is an 8. Abhay says 8. Okay, 7 says Aishwarya. 6 says who? 6 says who? 6 says, okay, Accio student. 5 says Iram. 4 says Abhay. 3 says Yashwan. 2 says who? Okay, 2 says Avinash. 1 says who now? Piyush. Okay, and 0 says Manjusha. Great, guys. So we have 69 people, just 69 people, and there are so many people in the class. So let it be. Guys, in case you still haven't joined in, here is the link for you. And also, let's not spam right now. Let's have more people joining in. They're still joining in. 70 people here. Okay, 70 people. Focus on your screens. We are starting right now. And best of luck for today's quiz. And my first question is that you have to type in your name. So make sure you type in your names correctly. Where are the people typing in their names? Okay, everybody focus on your phone or laptop screens, whichever screen you are using, not on my screen, right? This is not the screen you can use to play. So go ahead, focus on your screen. Okay, and we have 62 people ready. What all icons have you been assigned today? What are your icons or stars? Start section, what do you say? What all icons have you been assigned today? Meanwhile, I'll quickly share the link to join. And King Crown. Oh, that's nice, Prince. Truck. Okay, very innovative. They assign trucks as well. Yashwan, you have to have the code. Okay, let me just share the code for you. It is here on my screen, Yashwan. Sharing it in the chat section, right? Are you not able to join in without the code, Yashwan? Okay, are you also the CR? I believe you are. Truck. Okay, great. So we have crown and truck as icons today. Where are the rest of the people? Where are your icons? Crab. Crab is something very common. Okay, I'll wait for one more icon and then I'll begin with the question. Where is one more icon? Who can you name one more icon, guys? What have you been assigned? Code. Cucumber. Okay. Code has been shared with you guys. It is here. And strawberries. Okay. Great. So I'll quickly begin and sharing the code once again. I believe some people are not able to join in. So here is the code for you. Here is the code, guys, in case you're not able to join in. Okay, now here I am starting with my own countdown and all the snowmans and the cakes. Wait, please. Let's just begin from a 10, 9, 8. As soon as I end this countdown, you will have the question on your screen. So focus on your screen. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Everybody very, very here is the first question for the day. And the question is, okay, answer fast to get more points and answer correctly. And the question is, which among these platforms will now sell its blue tick for a monthly subscription fee? YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat. You know this. Which among these platforms will now sell its blue ticks for a monthly subscription fee? YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat. What do you think? What do you say? Okay, the chat section has answers. Is it not showing, ma'am? Is it not visible to everyone? Guys, if you join late, the question might not be visible. So just sharing the quiz link again for some people. But in case you join late, you might not be able to see the questions now. And YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, guys. Okay, so I believe a lot of people were not able to join in. Guys, here is the answer. Since we were not able to join in, hence we are not able to join in again now. Okay, and the correct answer is Instagram here. So I won't be able to make any changes in the algorithm of the quiz. If you were not able to join in before, you won't be able to join in now. So that is the problem. Anyway, so let's just focus on the answers for now. And the correct answer here is Instagram. So Instagram would be selling its blue ticks for a monthly subscription fee And this is very recently rolled out in the US itself. It is rolled out here as well, but let's just see how it happens. Okay, that section. Let's just go ahead with the next question. I'm very quickly focusing on the quiz and trying to keep it as fast as I can for you. So make sure you focus on your screen. So here is your second question for the day. And the question is, okay, everybody focus on your screens. Let's just answer correctly and answer fast. Okay, and I have 71 players ready. Where are the rest of the players? Guys, why are we not on our screen? You won't be able to participate then. Okay, any which ways. Starting now, answer fast to get more points and answer correctly. And the question is, Java is an example of, very easy question. Java is an example of low-level programming language, high-level programming language, medium-level programming language, or none of the above. Low-level, high-level, medium-level, or none of the above. That section, what do you say? 35 seconds to go. Low-level, high-level, medium-level, or none of the above. Chat section has answers. Okay, the chat section is going in the right direction, guys. We are going in the right direction. So if you attended yesterday's class, you would know the answer to this question. Low level, high level, medium level, none of the above. 15 seconds to go. Take a random guess. Okay, chat section has a lot of guesses, but guys, we are going in the right direction. So let's just go with the answer you were saying in the chat section. 5 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time's up. And the correct answer is, of course, high-level programming language. Java is an example of a high-level programming language because it allows you to incorporate a lot of features through a single programming language, right? First, it is a platform-independent language, as in you do not, you can go ahead, type the same code everywhere. You do not have to change the code as per the platform, and that is something that works very well for Java. So any which ways, here is our correct answer, and that is why it is called a high-level programming language. So going ahead with my third question for the day, chat section, focus on your screens, audience members. Here is my third question for the day, and it is right here on your screen. So the question is, okay, I feel like I'm playing KBC, but here is the question right here, right there on your screens. Where are the ready people? Guys, where are you? Why are you not focusing on your screen? Is it to show a lot many more people? Okay, so here I am with my question, and the question is, what is the keyboard key F1 used for? F1, what is it used for? Contact help, refresh page, insert text, or increase brightness. F1, why don't you press it today and try it? You would know the answer. Okay, contact help, refresh page, insert text, or increase brightness. 30 seconds to go. What do you think? And the chat section thinks it is contact help, is it? But we are pretty much right, I believe. Why do I give clues? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be giving clues. 15 seconds to go, guys. What do you think? Contact help, refresh page, insert text, or increase brightness. 10 seconds to go. Take a random guess. We have a lot many people. Come on, guys, take a random guess. Even if you don't know, 3 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, time's up. And the correct answer, of course, is contact help. And a lot of us got it correct this time as well. So congratulations to the winners. And the final question for the day, guys. So we're done with 3 questions. We have 1 more question to go. And this keyboard key F1 is used to contact help, right? In case you are using Mac, I think you would be having a different setup altogether for the same, but this is something that is used for Windows. Okay, now going ahead, chat section, here is my final question that would decide the leaderboard, that might just end up deciding the leaderboard. So make sure you pay attention to my final last question for the day. Okay, so here is my question. Everybody pay attention right there onto your screens, and here is the question. Okay, so the question is, here we go. Answer fast to get more points and answer correctly. And the question is, which among these is not a search engine? Not a search engine, guys. Google, DuckDuckGo, Yahoo, Safari. Which among these is not a search engine? All of these are just search engines. Just one among them is not a search engine. Google, DuckDuckGo, Yahoo, Safari. 30 seconds to go. What do you think, that section? It's a difficult question. And Yashwant knows better. Does he or does he not? Google, DuckDuckGo, Yahoo, Safari. Not a search engine, is it? Or are we confused about DuckDuckGo? Okay, 5 seconds to go, guys. Take a random guess. This is something you might not know about, but this would have a very random answer. Okay, 1 second to go, and the correct answer is actually Safari. Safari is not a search engine. DuckDuckGo is a search engine, guys. A lot of us got it wrong this time. Most of us, in fact, got it wrong this time. DuckDuckGo is a search engine which is very, very popular. And yes, I know it is not as popular as Google or Yahoo, but it is a pretty popular search engine. And Safari is the correct answer. Okay, now going ahead, it's a surprise. Yes, it is Yashwant. I should say that. Okay, going ahead, here is my leaderboard for the day. It's okay, guys. If we didn't know this, this is something we can brag about to our friends now. This is a new piece of information. Okay, now let's just see the leaderboard and the leaderboard. Okay, we have another question today. Okay, guys, we have another question. Which of these hiring partners of AccioJob is the most famous e-commerce platforms in Indonesia, led by co-founder and CEO William Tanuvijaya? eBay, Wikipedia, Flipkart, Tokopedia. Which among these is a very famous e-commerce platform in Indonesia? It is also one of AccioJob's hiring partners. eBay, Wikipedia, Flipkart, Tokopedia. One more question to go, guys. Let's just take a random guess. I know we are pretty confused this time. eBay, Wikipedia, Flipkart, Tokopedia, 10 seconds to go. What do you think? Okay, we have 5 seconds to go, guys. We are going in the right direction. But do not say Flipkart, please. Okay, and the correct answer is Tokopedia. A lot of us thought it is eBay, but again, we are wrong. So today's quiz was filled with a lot of surprises, I should say. I didn't know these surprises would come and these would confuse us this much. Okay, going ahead. Here is not my final question, guys. Here is the list of winners. And the winner is... Okay, and the winner is Subhajit, Harshit, and Manjusha. There are the winners. And also, what all positions did we get, guys? What all positions did you get? It is not Flipkart, it was Tokopedia. Tokopedia is the Indonesian e-commerce giant. That is our very famous hiring partner. Oh, second is here. 31st is also a good number. Second, congratulations, Harshit. Where is the first person? Oh, Subhajit is here. Congratulations, Subhajit. And third is, oh, Manjusha is here. Congratulations, Manjusha. So 52nd, 41st. Okay, guys. Okay, so I believe I'll be ending the class today. So thank you so much for joining in. We have the quiz segment starting again tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. this time. And yesterday I was 59. I think that is what you think, Senthil. Good. I think that is good. Yesterday 26, today 5th. Okay, that is a great achievement. Okay, also guys, this was the quiz segment that I was talking about. Bye-bye. And Deepak, I hope I can see you in the winners list tomorrow, isn't it? So best of luck, guys, and bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Have a good dinner and hope you sleep well. Bye-bye.